You're now rocking with Heritage Hip Hop. The regime is here, man.
Yes, sir. Don Bundini, E. Pache, doing big things.
Real hip hop comes from the street. And real hip hop comes from those whose voices reflect the society and the people they are around. So ladies and gentlemen, if you've been rocking with Heritage Hip Hop for now 2 to 3 years, you already know what's up when we bring these great artists to the forefront. Please introduce yourselves and let everybody know who you are.
I go by the name of Don Bundini, Streets for Life, the regime, man.
That's the second half of the regime. First Lady of Streets for Life, E. Pache.
Everybody, if you've seen live footage that I put on Instagram, a live footage that I put on Facebook or YouTube, these are two of the most dynamic people you need to know. So first of all, thank you for coming to Heritage Hip Hop.
Thank
you
you
very much.
Appreciate it.
I'm a fan, and my partner tell you, it's hard for me to call myself a fan of anybody. But there's a reason why, and we're going to introduce everybody to my fandom today. Who is the regime, and what brought a male and female component together in hip hop to make this movement?
Just trying to form a new government, man. It's time to overthrow that old way of thinking, that old way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is so broad. There's many different styles, many different elements. So, you know what I mean, the regime is a overthrow of that old way of doing shit in a sense.
I think the best part about the regime is that it happened naturally. So to us, it's not a male and female thing. It was about the chemistry and the fact that that's just already how we feel. Like, people are fans of us, but we're big fans of each other. So it makes it easier for us to work outside of music. We're dope tight, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So when it's time to actually do music, it's easy to notice that chemistry, whether we're on stage or you're just around us.
It's definitely organic. You know what I'm saying? All right, it's nothing, no additives, just straight flavor.
But a regime is like a title. A regime is like structured in a way where, well, if you look at the beginning of regime, Reg is kingdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it comes along with something that's very prestigious, so to speak. Right now in France, the people are overthrowing the government. They're burning their law books. They're burning anything that has to do with civil, social, and societal law. As the regime, what are you bringing to the civil or societal essence of hip hop that's going to make people listen and stand back and say, well, this is something different?
First of all, social topics we bring, things that go on in the community, things that we grew up fighting against, you know what I'm saying, and things that we love, you know what I'm saying. We keep it true to where we from, you know what I'm saying. Not only is it just about, speaking from the hood, but we try to speak on a more of a global aspect, to reach out to let people know, like, we relate to you as well as, you know what I'm saying. We come from the same background, so I would say we bring in like a sense of security to the game. Like, people will feel secure with rocking with us.
I'll keep it short and sweet by saying nobody's going to want to overthrow a government that's relatable to them. We relate to the people. So through our music, we speak of our own experiences, but we also challenge ourselves. Sometimes we'll go in the studio, we try to say, like, okay, well, I like this rock beat, I think we should do something to it. We want to attack all different genres. We want to be able to speak to all different types of people and, see how they feel about us and say, okay, well, I'm going through something and the regime was able to relate that to everybody else. This is something I could feel, not just something I can listen to.
For anybody that ever started a movement that, wanted to rally the people, first had to bring the people into their world and had to relate to them as well. So, we wanna bring the people into our world to show them that we relate to where they're from as well as, we alike.
Right.
You know what's dope about what you said, though, is being relatable. This is the thing that makes music so puzzling to me now as opposed to what music was ever designed to do. Music is a form of expression to harmonize beats or rhythm. And now, in today's society, music is nothing but what makes money.
Right.
We took the soul, or people have taken the soul out of music, and it's just now, it's trash to me. So to find someone who brings that element back is refreshing. By relating to the people, you give them a way of being heard.
Right.
What kind of burden is that to you as an artist, that you have your own voice that needs to be heard, but you also represent others who are trying to be heard as well?
Sometimes you'll have people tell you that sometimes in order to do what you want to do, you have to do what you need to do, right? So when you're a music artist, you have control over yourself, but you're actually a pawn in the same sense, because whatever you dish out or whatever music you make, people have to hear that. You have people who take that and they take it personal, you know, they relate it to their own lives and things like that. So I wouldn't call it so much of a burden, but sometimes you have to give the people what they want and let them hear what they want, and then after that, now they know who you are. Now you can say whatever you want. Now I can say what I really want, and they're gonna listen, because I already reared them in.
That's interesting.
I mean, to be able to get at the people, like what you just said, I mean, to be able to get their ear, you first have to give them something they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Something they want to, you know, they want to listen to. So I'm not saying that we just strictly throw up and throw shit out there to just reel them in. You know what I mean? We give them us, and you know what I mean, the truth about us. And there's always somebody out there that's been through it. The struggle is always the same. The ghetto is the same. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. And
Has no favorites.
you know what I mean? It's in every aspect, every corner of the planet. A ghetto is a ghetto. A hood is a hood. You know what I mean? Like, so we just keep it honest with ourselves. When we get in that box, it's just honesty. That's all you're gonna get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like right now we don't even take specific little things serious to make the bigger picture seem more focusable. For instance, let me tell you something. I'm a believer in spirituality, so I read the books, Bibles, and all that stuff, right? And one thing it says, since we talk about being relatable to the people, one scripture in the Bible that throws me completely off when it comes to government is when God told the children of Israel, do not vote a person ahead of you that's not of your nation, because they will never take care of you. They will take care of their own first and leave you behind. Mm-hmm. And so much in our world today is our people being left behind. And that's why the inner city doesn't have a voice to the mainstream or the people that are in power or the powers that be, period. So I don't really want to say a burden, but it's also a privilege, because the music of the regime is more than just hot beats and lyrics. It is the voice of a people who's been fighting to be heard for a while. What's the most fulfilling thing about having your music heard and taking it to that next step so people can relate to it?
I mean, for me, I feel like it may be different, right? And the reason that I say this is because this generation now of music that you call trash is my generation. It is, though, believe it or not. So what makes it awkward in my position is that there are still some of us who appreciate real music. Does that make sense to you?
Perfect.
Some of us actually do appreciate good music, so sometimes you just have to be the person that stands out. It's
I
not
agree.
a problem.
I mean, I'm not calling everybody trash, because everybody's not trash. I mean, obviously I'm here and I'm a fan of yours, and you're considered new because people don't know of you yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yet. But you have to admit, there's people who don't take the music serious.
Right.
I find it highly disrespectful. This is just me speaking. I don't want to take over the interview. I find it highly disrespectful when people say, I just like the beat, but y'all write the rhymes. So it's like they don't even listen to you.
Right.
That's true. I heard MC Light say, you've just disrespected the craft in another way.
Right.
Because you're taking the hard work and me sitting down writing my lyrics out of the equation of making the song or the music a song. Just the same way, I find it highly disrespectful to your talent that somebody said, I'll go in the studio 6 minutes and I got a hit, where I know whether you write or you use cerebral thought, that you actually take the time to present a position on music so that you're taking as more than just a person who's just talking.
Well, I've had songs done in 6 minutes. I've had some songs that take 6 days to create, depending on what I want to say, depending on where the beat is pulling me. You know what I'm saying? What I want to say, I want to make sure I finish my thought. You know, I mean, to get back to your original question, I hate to hear people when they say, you know, I want to bring back old hip hop.
Me too.
I mean, the reason why I don't like that is because you placing it in you placing hip hop itself in a box when it's bigger than that. You know, you got, you know what I mean, the youngins now, they doing their thing. It might seem like it's mumble rap or whatever the case may be, but it's still their lane of music. You know what I'm saying? So it's still somebody that can appreciate that, even if I don't. You know what I mean? That's what I get out of it. When I run into a person that say, you know what, Di, I heard you. I heard what you were saying in that song. I understood that. I got that. Oh, I come from that. Oh, that's what's up. That's the biggest thing, the biggest accomplishment to me right now at this point. I mean, of course, you know, the end goal is to be able to sell out, you know what I mean, Madison Square Garden, burn it down and all of that. But, you know, right now at this point, we as the regime just want to reach the people. And then the people will take care of us in the long run.
I think that's the overall point that I was making, is that, you know what I mean, with this particular generation, it's not so much that the music is bad, it's just that when we make music, it has to be something that you feel. Like, you can't truly bring a certain form of essence to music if you don't appreciate it, if you don't appreciate the past, the present, and the future in music. So yeah, their lane is different, but like he said, it's their lane. Or I can say it's our lane. I just choose not to take it. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like if you don't have feeling, you got some people that they might have got discovered by the right person at the right time,
right,
but they don't have the same passion for it as someone else does. And you can tell in their music, but they lucked up. So it's stuff like that that makes me mad with music.
And people who don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying?
This is
like,
therapeutic
you got
for me.
people that mumble when they rap that take it very seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just as well as you got people that they are very conscious and aware and quote unquote spiritual and, you know, the super activists and all of that don't take it serious. You know what I mean? At all. So, you know, my thing is, do you. Whatever makes you happy. If writing down your thoughts in that way and expressing yourself makes you happy, then that's what it is at the end of the day. If you make $1 million, $3 million, $4 million off of it, cool. If you make $1 off of it, you know what I'm saying? Be alright with what you know what I mean? Like, just be alright with what you get from it, what you put out. The energy you put out is the energy you get back.